Hello, Scorpio. Thank you so much for joining me today on Fortune's Wheel Tarot. This is going to be a reading for April 24th through the 30th, 2023, or whenever this message finds you. I offer this for the highest good to benefit the planet. Release me from any blocks and restrictions. May this serve all who need. Spirit and angel guides, keepers of the divine white light, keepers of the Akashic records, ascended masters. What are the messages for Scorpio at this time, please? Messages for Scorpio at this time, please. Thank you. Shuffling a long time tonight, Scorpio. Felt like I needed to. Your first card out is the Four of Scrolls, the Karmic Trench. Your second card is the number 10, the Light of the World, Major Arcana. Your third card, another Major Arcana, the number 19, Reflection. And on the bottom of the deck, the Queen of Forces. Truly a beautiful card of having the power of the sun and the moon, creativity and receptivity, and working your will with those forces. It's a very powerful card, and forces are likened to wands in the Akashic Tarot, to the in comparison to the Rider-Waite. So that's a card of action for certain. I'm going to clarify these messages with a few cards from the Everyday Witch Tarot. Oh my goodness, my shuffling skills leave a little bit to be desired. Thank you, Spirit and Angel Guides, for these beautiful messages for Scorpio. What are the clarifying messages for Scorpio, please? Clarifying the Four of Scrolls, the Karmic Trench, the Ten of Cups. That's awesome. Awesome. Clarifying the number 10, the Light of the World. The number 10, the Wheel of Fortune. That is also awesome. This is a beautiful reading, Scorpio. Wow. Clarifying the number 19, Reflection, the Tower. Something's got to go boom, or else it has already. On the bottom of the deck, the Hierophant. This is amazing to me. Look at the position of the arms. These are two different decks, obviously. The Akashic Tarot, the Everyday Witch. Look at the arms. I mean, come on, Scorpio. The Hierophant to me is more than just tradition, and that's the way the traditional Rider-Waite is thought of, as tradition, hierarchy, and doing things of a certain nature, the way things that have been done before. In the Everyday Witch Tarot, you can see this witch is sitting here in a yoga pose, and it's a higher form of thought. It's a higher presence of being. And so it's just amazing to me that the two arms, I just can't get over how these were both on the bottom of the deck. It's just so awesome to me that it's very powerful right now with the Queen of Forces and the Hierophant, just even on the bottom of the deck. So you've got an awesome reading. The Four of Scrolls, the Karmic Trench. This is a card about recognizing karmic patterns that may be present in your life, Scorpio. As hard as that may be to do, because in my personal opinion, sometimes recognizing those patterns is more difficult than anything. Just actually being able to recognize those karmic triggers that cause you to react in certain ways over and over again that you are just not even aware of sometimes, and usually, in fact. And so it takes a lot of work, and it can be very difficult, with a lot of conditioning from childhood even, to recognize, stop what is happening, and respond to something instead of reacting. So this card is calling you to do that right now. Recognize a pattern in your life that may be known to you that is not particularly healthy, that you have the power to change. You can see he has rows here ready. The seeds are ready, but he keeps digging the hole deeper and deeper. And you are the one who has the power, and the only one, Scorpio, to recognize those patterns, recognize those triggers, and then change those karmic patterns and step out of the karmic trench whenever you recognize that. And you will do it. You have done a lot of work toward that. This card signifies that as well. And you will continue to do it now and each time, as long as you make those choices. And with this being clarified by the Ten of Cups, that's absolutely beautiful, because of course this is, happy home, happy family, happy life. So obviously this says to me that you are doing the work and will continue to do whatever work that you need to recognize those patterns and change them so that you can experience this, or continue to have this in your life if you have it and you're blessed enough to have it already. The next card's out for you, the number 10, a major arcana in the Akashic Tarot, the light of the world. And I absolutely love this card because that is your higher self knocking on the door. And there's no latch on this door. You can see the young man inside is busy, and so much so that he's not aware of the knock. And this is signifying that it's up to you to open the door to your higher self, Scorpio. You're the only one who can open that door. And again, you do that by taking concentrated effort to acknowledge the being that you are eternally and forever. And we're all very busy in these lives. And we get so busy that we just forget to acknowledge sometimes that this is even here, that this spirit that's within us is in each of us. And meditate if that is helpful to you, Scorpio. If you've never tried it, try it. It can help you get in touch with your higher self. There are many things to listen to, of course, on YouTube. This being clarified by the number 10 Wheel of Fortune, 2 tens reducing to 1, each of them reducing to 1. I mean, this is beautiful in and of itself right here. Just these two cards together, a 10 and a 10, and Wheel of Fortune is, there's nothing bad that's on this as far as I'm concerned. Everything is good. And so the Wheel of Fortune, of course, is what goes up must come down. But in my opinion, with this Light of the World card and this clarifying it, opening the door to your higher self, Scorpio, will open up new worlds to you that you cannot imagine. It could potentially open up worlds of new home, new wealth, new ideas, new relationships. The potential is just absolutely beautiful, and I love these two cards together. That's just awesome. The final cards out for you are the number 19, Major Arcana, Reflection. This reduces to a 10, which also reduces to a 1, which you've got a lot of cards of completion. I mean, you've got 3 tens right here, Scorpio, with the 10 of Cups, the number 10, the Light of the World, and then the 10, Wheel of Fortune. You've got 3 tens here. So I feel like you are definitely closing out some karmic cycles and opening up new worlds for yourself. And perhaps that's where this Tower is coming in. The reflection card is about being in a calm state of mind, and as calm as a still lake, and being able to reflect on your life, whatever it is that you feel like you may need to reflect on, maybe some things you aren't aware. And meditation can help with that as well. It really can. This card, more importantly, signifies that you are in touch more with your psychic powers right now, Scorpio. And you should lean into that. And so for some of you, it may mean that, something has to break down in your mind before you are accepting of some psychic perceptions or gifts that you may have. And we all have them. But, as I said, even from childhood, there are patterns that are, drilled into us that are not even purposefully at times. It's just repetition of circumstance, for example. Things happen over and over again, and you think that's the way that they're supposed to be, but it's not necessarily so. And it could be that some form of thought pattern is keeping you from believing in yourself, or believing that it's okay to trust in your intuition, your higher self, your psychic perceptions. And maybe there's some form of tower, I feel like, in someone's mind, perhaps. Some way of thinking that may be clouded by other people's perception. Maybe it's by religion. Maybe it's by your own fear of actually having that power. But this reflection card is also one of my favorite in the Akashic Tarot, because it always makes me feel calm just to see it. And the still lake, it always just brings me comfort. And so, the Tower comes whenever things need to be brought down. And inevitably, something has to fall, usually, before something better can be rebuilt from it. So, lean into your psychic power. Believe that you have those gifts. Listen to your higher self. Try to get in touch with that part of yourself. And I believe it's really going to take you places that you cannot even imagine. And, even after reading this reading for you and looking at these cards, this is just makes me so happy to see these two women, these two feminine forces that are just calm and so powerful at the same time. It's just a beautiful, beautiful thing. So for whomever you are, male or female, we all have masculine and feminine influences, and lean into that. Lean into those things. If you are more of a masculine, try to get in touch with your feminine side. If you're more of a feminine, try to get in touch with your masculine side. It's a healthy thing to just open yourself up to a different way of thinking, to see things from just even a slightly different perspective. Do you remember when you were a kid? I don't know if anybody else ever did this, but, you put your mom's high heels on, or whomever, your dad's high heels. But you walk around and it's like just being up those few inches higher. When you're a kid, it's like, it gives you a totally different perspective. And I think we forget about things like that. And I'm just being drawn to tell some of you to try to have more of a childlike perspective in your creativity, and in your daily, day-to-day life. Just try to remember the little things that brought you joy, and try to see more of that in your day-to-day. Independence. This is a card, by the way, from the Wild Offering Oracle, as I go on with my word salad, Scorpio. The more you learn to feed yourself on the inside and take care for the inner child, the more freestanding you become. Help me feed and love this inner child, dear Divine. I hope that you were touched by that message, Scorpio. I do feel that we all need to care for our inner child, and I just feel that if you offer yourself this care and love for your inner child right now, it's going to give you an opportunity to heal things perhaps that you did not know that even needed to be healed. So my love and light goes out to you for that. But this is an awesome time for you right now, and I'm so excited for you, Scorpio. The final card that I'm going to pull for you is from the Universe Has Your Back deck. You just have so much power in this reading. I just want to keep talking about it, but there's no need for me to, because it's awesome. It's awesome. And one of my favorite tarot readers, Ramblin' Mike, he says the Wheel of Fortune is winner, winner, chicken dinner, and I love that. And it is. My fearless freedom lights up the world. The Sun and this Queen of Forces card. Fearless and freestanding. That just resonates so much with this reading for you, Scorpio. I hope that you have enjoyed this. If you do, please reach out and hit that like button for me right now, and come back and see me again. I truly appreciate every view. I will see you next time. Love and light.